Hello.
Welcome to our Reddit channel. We're going to do confession stories today from Reddit, so let's get into it.
Let's do it. Okay, so the first title is When I was 9, I started the biggest fire my town had seen in 150 years. When I was 9, my older cousin, 14, stayed with me and my family for a couple weeks. My cousin was a troublemaker, and her parents had hoped that sending her to ours would keep her out of trouble for a little while. One day while she was over, I asked if we could go to one of our local forest areas and make a fire to roast marshmallows. When we got down there, we made a little makeshift campfire out of newspaper and sticks, all on top of a rock. Eventually, my curiosity got the better of me, and I started chucking different things into the fire. Leaves, sticks, pine cones, anything I could find in the little area we were in. Then I wondered what a leaf on a tree would do if we set fire to it. My cousin got her lighter and lit a small leaf on a nearby tree. I stared at the reaction in awe, and my cousin set a group of leaves on fire. A group of leaves on fire. We laughed as we watched the fire slowly engulf the branch. Once the fire burnt itself out, we carried on setting fire to bushes and branches, and then we realized that the fire wasn't dying out. In fact, it was spreading. My cousin started to freak out as she realized the fire wasn't stopping. The summer heat wave had made everything so dry that it was catching fire extremely quickly. She grabbed my hand and we ran to the dirt road that was on the outskirts to the forest. But instead of calling 999, we just stood there, watching it as it spread and spread and spread. My cousin almost called them multiple times, but I kept telling her I didn't want to get into trouble, so she never did. It had eventually spread so much that the fire department had trouble controlling it and had to order an evacuation of a nearby village. It was said to be the biggest fire the town had seen in 150 years. No one was hurt, but it did take 10 hours to get under control. It wouldn't have been as bad if I hadn't stopped my cousin from calling 999 when we first lost control. Both I and my cousin had promised not to tell a soul, but 12 years on and my guilt is still here. I feel terrible about it.
Girl, you should. Why couldn't you just call and be like, I saw that there's a fire?
Yeah.
Like, you don't
There's
have
a fire, help. Not, hello, we set this fire.
Yeah, you don't have to say you started it.
But she's 9.
Yeah, that's true.
And
9 is crazy.
9 is crazy, but the cousin was 14. Which is still crazy.
It's still crazy, but 14,
the cousin should have known better.
School. You should know.
Honestly, that's something I would do as a 30-year-old probably.
These two, like the two bad kids in my grade in freshman year of high school, I think, or 8th grade, I don't know. They set fire to a whole cornfield in my town.
That is actually unhinged.
Cornfields. And also, those cornfields belong to people that make money from those cornfields.
It's not just like a natural cornfield.
Yeah,
growing.
They were really they were the bad
oh my god,
kids.
That's scary.
Of course, I dated both of them in fucking middle school.
Of course you did. Well, there is an edit. It says, "Okay, I think now is a good time to do an edit for." Okay. Slay. Firstly, I am female. Secondly, as a kid, I was emotionally abused. My parents had a god at me for very small things. What? My parents had a go at me for very small things, like leaving a cup out instead of putting it in the sink. And I mean, my mom used to call me useless and a worthless idiot at least 3 times a day. It wasn't until my cousin came to visit that I was allowed to leave my house without an adult, even though a lot of kids could play in the park and go on bikes, etc. My aunt thought my parents' strict nature would pull her into shape. I was always seen as a good kid when in actuality I was just submissive and did as I was told. Lastly, the reason I won't tell the authorities the truth is that I have a very, let's say, comfortable job. The sort of job that holds all its employees to a very high standard. I have my own place, I have holidays booked for the future, I have a wonderful boyfriend who I love dearly and is helping me lose my submissive programming. If I let slip that I had been the cause of one of the biggest fires our town has ever seen, then I'd lose almost everything. I've been stressing and dealing with anxiety my whole life. I put it here in hopes that it would lift a portion of the guilt and anxiety I've harbored for 10 plus years. Thank you to everyone who has said kind words to me. I really appreciate it. Also, thank you to everyone who has made jokes about it all. I've never laughed as much as I have today. I don't think she should tell anybody. What the fuck?
Who the hell are you going to tell that's going to care? Are you kidding me? 10 years. Guys, wait, how long? 10 years or 20 years ago?
It was 20?
I don't know. How
12.
old is she now? 12 years ago?
But 12 years
She's
on.
only 22, 21.
She's got a good life. I ain't
she
telling
went to
nobody.
The police department and was like, I started a fire 12 years ago. They'd be like, I don't give a fuck. We got better things to worry about than a 12-year-old fire.
It was the biggest fire the
and
whole
then what are they
town
gonna
ever
do?
saw.
It's statute
Charge
of
her with
limitations.
arson. This is in England.
Oh, well, maybe there's still
I
statute
don't know if
of
they
limitations.
have that. The queen will come.
Like, come on. I don't think they're going to care, to be honest with you. But I wouldn't tell them. That's
No,
why I wouldn't tell them.
right.
That's
It's
stupid.
like you didn't kill a person.
If you
I
did
think if
kill
people
someone,
had,
then yeah.
I think if people had died, you probably would feel differently.
or
I
if you
would feel
burnt
differently.
somebody's house down.
Right, just the woods.
Like,
Nah, I mean, you wasted everybody's time, but I mean,
you wasted,
men's
like,
events, it's okay.
supplies and things that could have been used.
What, water?
Yeah.
The firemen got practice. You're welcome for training.
That's a lot of resources used for that
Water is
girl.
natural. It comes out. It comes down in the sky, comes out of the ground.
Girl, you can waste water.
I don't believe that.
Yes.
I don't agree with that sentiment.
I'm scared. Guys.
Water doesn't
Tell
go
her.
anywhere. It goes.
Yes, it does. Have you
where
ever
does it go?
Have you ever learned about like how the cycle of water works?
Yeah, goes to the sky, comes back. What do you mean?
We're gonna run out of water.
The ocean is full of it.
The ocean is salt water.
And it gets evaporated and
Ain't
it
nobody
comes
want
down in
that
the rain
salt
and it's clean
water.
again. You catch it. You could catch it.
Somebody explain, because I'm not scientific, but I know that you can waste water and
I
don't
think
be
it's
taking long
okay. It was 12 years ago.
well, whatever.
I don't know how anybody's taking a long shower. The other day I took a shower. It took 4 minutes. And I was done.
Well, I take 2 a day, but so I'm wasting
Well, as long
water.
as they're 4 minutes.
But I never flush the toilet, so
Me either.
I
so.
always leave my piss mellowing in there.
Me
It's
too.
Yellow, let it mellow, girl.
Me too, girl.
That's why I don't wash my hands at home.
What do you mean? What does that have to? What does one thing have to do with the other?
Because you don't touch the flusher.
Why is the flusher dirty?
I don't know, because I just cleaned it today. So why is your
Okay.
flusher dirty? Maybe disinfect it. I don't know. That's a you problem, not me, girl.
Anyway, girl.
My flusher's not dirty, but I still don't flush the toilet, so. Okay.
Okay, well, next one, please.
Wait, what about the comments? The top comment says, the biggest thing I did was flood my school. Yours definitely tops that. I don't think so. I think flooding your school
Did someone die?
is crazy. Someone said need to hear
Okay,
this
I
story
feel
too.
like you're not understanding how big this fire was. You're like acting like it was a little tiny speck. It was
No.
the biggest fire in 150 years. That has to mean it's big, right?
I don't know. She lived in a village. How big?
A nearby village had to be evacuated.
So she
the
probably lived in a
town.
nearby village close to that. I mean, it's all about like it's very. I feel like subjective. How
I guess
big
that's
it was,
true.
because like
I wish she
if
told
you're
us.
in New York City and you burnt the whole damn city down, then yeah. But like, we don't know where you live. We don't know what the biggest fire was, and
Yeah, put the news article.
and it was the woods. People, I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but I went to a burning of woods where they did it on purpose. I forget what it's called.
Like a controlled fire?
Yeah, maybe you were just participating in an environmental.
Not them lighting trees on fire with a lighter. And you're like, maybe they were just participating.
I don't know what that does, but like whatever.
Same.
So yeah, okay. I'm literally so hungry right now. I'm gonna fucking starve to death soon. So.
Why didn't you eat?
I don't know. Okay. The title of the next story. I stabbed my classmate in 4th grade, but got away with it because she lied when was asked about it. We were seatmates and good friends, so it was normal for us back then to go through each other's stuff. But I forgot that I put my diary in my backpack the night before because I was hiding it from my brother. She finds it and proceeds to read it until she reaches the part where I wrote about my top 3 crushes, with the whole ranking and writing the top one as the winner to my heart. I was busy taking notes from the chalkboard, and she was only supposed to borrow a pen from me, so I was oblivious until I heard it, the familiar writing being announced to the whole class. I was flushed with embarrassment and couldn't contain my anger, so I tried to grab my diary, but she wouldn't let me reach it, so I just went and stabbed her near the elbow downwards. Oh. The wound was long because I dragged the pen, so there was a lot of blood. Our teacher was in another room, so our classmates went to get her. I was staying by my seatmate's side, finally realizing what I had done and panicking. The teacher came and immediately rushed her to the school clinic. I was so afraid of the repercussions of what I did, but I remember being really surprised that when our teacher came back, I wasn't told to come to the principal's office or even just taken aside for a little chat. Nothing. Not even my classmates told on me. After finishing my notes, I asked our teacher for permission to visit her in the clinic, and she said okay. I went to the clinic to say I was really sorry, but I stopped walking and hid behind the door when I saw that her mom was there. Her mom was asking her about what happened, and I was shocked that she said she was just playing around with some of our classmates, then mentioned a classmate who tripped and accidentally stabbed her with a pen. I felt so guilty that I ran to the bathroom and just cried. When I came back, they were gone, and so were her things in our classroom. The next day, our teacher announced that my seatmate was transferring to another school. Fast forward to many years after. Still see her on random occasions, just simple smiles and waves and highs and hellos. Still guilty about what happened, but I just can't find the right timing to apologize. I can't just go and abruptly say my apology speech when I see her in the mall or someplace. P.S. First off, I never thought my confession would be getting this much attention. I'm a silent and awkward person, and I can say that I'm really bad at confrontations. But although that is the case, and it is out of my comfort zone, I would really like to talk to her and catch up. Because to be honest, I already forgot about it. Not completely, until I saw her last January, just after New Year's. I saw her, but I don't think that she saw me. I think I have anxiety because something like this is already a big deal for me, and my head goes into overdrive. I was mustering up the courage, but then this pandemic happened. So what I decided to do is that I will chat her and ask her to meet up once quarantine is over. To those wondering why she transferred, don't think that I haven't thought about that, but the real reason will have to wait until I get to talk to her again. My theory, though, is that her mom still found out why she was stabbed and maybe thought that she was being bullied. Thanks for the upvotes and comments. I was really surprised. That's crazy, but I feel like she doesn't want to meet up with you probably.
No, probably not.
I wouldn't really probably want to meet up with you.
I almost feel like maybe her seatmate was like embarrassed that she was reading her friend's diary and got caught and was like, I don't want to get in trouble.
I thought she was reading his diary. She was reading this person's
that's
OP's diary.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying
like
that,
she was like, I don't want to get in trouble for like reading
the
diary, so I'm gonna lie and say why I got stabbed because you're in 4th grade and you think you're getting in trouble.
Bullying.
True.
By reading the diary out loud?
Absolutely.
That's so rude.
That was fucked up of them to do.
That's so rude. I mean, the stabbing is crazy.
The stabbing is wild. The
stabbing is so crazy. I'm scared of that.
Dragged it down? I was thinking maybe just, get away from my diary, bonk.
But like,
not the
full on stabbed. That's really scary. I don't really know what to tell you, but I probably just would leave her alone.
This comment, it says, she's a champ for not telling on you. She knew what she did was wrong, so I would say she also felt bad. I find it weird you can't apologize now. It's clearly a long time ago, but for your sake, you should get closure.
You should have just... I don't really get what is happening, though. Like, why didn't...
Just message her and be like, oh my God, I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, remember when I stabbed you? I'm so sorry I did that. Like, that was crazy, right? I'm sorry. Like... Are you grown up now? Like, how old are you, in high school?
I know. That's what I'm confused about. I'm like, it seems like you're a grown up and you can just like message her and say that, unless you're like scared that she's gonna bring it to the police and be like, look, this person's.
Well, they were in 4th grade.
The top comment says, well, of course your classmates didn't tell on you. You had already stabbed one of them. No,
See?
actually, though, I'd be scared.
Yeah.
I'm like, that person's crazy. I wonder if they looked at, like, all the classmates were, like, actually scared of
I wonder
OP.
if any of the classmates actually saw.
Yeah, that's true. Probably someone close, but not everyone.
In 4th grade, I would not be telling on anyone. You did not want to be seen as a snitch in 4th grade. That was, like, unheard of. You better not snitch.
I don't remember how I felt in 4th grade, to be honest.
I just remember being, like, very good friends with my whole class, and we were just never snitch on each other.
I don't think I was, like, a tattletale, really.
No, I didn't. I wasn't paying attention long enough to have anything to tattle on.
Yeah, me either. I was just trying to stuff my bra and wear makeup.
Yeah, literally. I was, like, trying to I also couldn't see shit because I didn't have contacts or glasses yet, so I was just...
That's so sad.
At everything. I just thought that was...
Why didn't you ever tell your parents? I can't see.
I thought that was normal.
Mommy, I can't see the board.
No, my teacher in 5th grade told my mom that I was, like, squinting at the board and moved me to the front row. I was pissed because I was always in the back. I never wanted to be in the front. And she was like, come sit up here. And then I'd stop squinting and she was like, okay.
Unique glasses.
Unique glasses, my sister. What are you doing, honey? I was so pissed at her for that.
I feel like that was like
her fault.
I feel like that was always a big thing in elementary school. Like, if anyone was squinting, they'd be like, you need to get your eyes checked. And then they would get their eyes checked and get glasses. Well, that's
because, like, because as a kid, how am I supposed to know what I'm supposed to be seeing unless I've seen it?
But didn't your parents take you to the eye doctor ever?
How
or
old
even
are you
just the doctor to, like, read the chart?
It wasn't that. I could read the chart, but if it was, like, small, I couldn't see it. Like, small.
What?
Like, if I take... Well, my eyes are worse
Something
now.
that no one could see, though?
It was just, like, so... little bit. Like, a little bit blurry.
Yeah, because it just started when you were
younger.
younger.
So it would just be a little.
I was dying to have glasses so hard.
That's crazy.
And I would read in the dark because people would say if you read in the dark, you're going to have bad eyesight.
That's crazy because I read in the dark all the time.
Yeah, but you read your Kindle.
No, but even like when I would read books, I would always just have on the smallest
Maybe that's
light.
why you got some damn bad eyesight.
But I wasn't doing that when I was a kid. I wasn't reading anything when I was a kid.
I only read when I was trying to read in the dark because I was like, I have on glasses. I would get dollar store glasses all the time. That's
insane.
Literally, I'd be blind all day. Just wear them. I would like steal my sister's glasses and wear them.
What the hell?
And I put
Do
my
you
sister's
have glasses?
contacts in. When I was little, I wanted an ailment so bad. When I was younger, I jumped off the couch and like landed on my arm to try to break my arm. I would jump off like stuff and try to land on stuff wrong to break like certain parts of my body. And I really wanted braces, but my parents couldn't afford it. And honestly, like I could have used them because my teeth are not that straight. Like they're not terrible, but they're not like just like really my bottom teeth.
Get Invisalign.
Yeah, I want Invisalign. But what else? I did crazy shit because I wanted something.
Wanting to break a bone is crazy.
I wanted everyone to sign my cast like everyone would.
Have you ever broken a bone?
Never. I've never had. See, the thing is like, I think me trying to manifest that like made it stay away from me.
Yeah.
Like I could never.
And now, as an adult, I better not be breaking a bone because I will just cut the limb off.
Dude, same. I'm not going to the doctor. Who are you kidding? I used to make my mom buy me the wrap from fucking Walgreens, so I'd wrap my ankle up and I'd be like limping. I'd be like, guys, my foot's hurt. I don't know. Maybe I didn't get enough attention when I was little or something.
That's crazy because you were the youngest child.
Yeah.
You probably got the most attention, but you wanted more.
I think it's because my parents got divorced and, like, my mom never paid attention to me because she was dating new guys every day. Mom, if you're listening to this, I love you, but it's true, girl. And then my dad got remarried, so, like, he had a new family, and I was just, like, fucking chopped liver.
So she had to pretend to break her limb.
Yeah.
Did you ever break a toe?
No, girl.
How do you know?
I never broke nothing. I was trying so hard.
Smashed your finger in a door and like been like, oh, it's probably broken, but never gotten it confirmed.
Oh, well.
You know what I mean?
My brother slammed my finger in the car door and it started squirting blood everywhere, but it didn't break.
Did you get stitches?
I got only stitches.
You've never like stubbed your toe so hard or dropped something on your toe and it's purple?
No. The only time I've like ever had anything wrong with my foot is when I like randomly ran like 6 miles and the next day all my toenails were falling off. Like I was not prepared for that, and so all my toenails were falling off. Crazy. And they were disgusting. It was crazy. Ew. But yeah.
I'm just so clumsy. I've definitely like broken a limb, like not a limb, but what are these called? Yeah, a phalange.
But they like heal.
But it's like what I'm not going to the hospital for a broken.
You can get like a little cast.
I'll just go to Walmart.
I would have lived for that when I was little. Break my finger. I didn't want to break my finger now.
Not anymore. Definitely was dramatic. Like if I so much as like stubbed my toe, I was like, it's broken.
Yeah, you're like, it's broken.
It must be broken. Mm-hmm. I flipped over my handlebars and dragged my whole face on the cement and cut my whole face and my arms and my hands. And I remember being mad I didn't break my arm. Like, that's crazy. Are you fucking stupid?
That's crazy. But honestly,
like, not the mad.
Like, I think a lot of kids went through the same thing. Like, people that had braces didn't want braces, but I feel like a lot of kids wanted braces. Them. You did?
I had them, but yeah, and I wanted them.
I know you had them, but
because I didn't like my teeth, so I was like, get these fixed.
Yeah, now. See, I didn't even think anything bad was with my teeth. I was just like, I just want them. They look cool. I thought they looked cool.
Well, maybe Danielle always got stuff done to her before I got it done to me. So maybe like she had glasses and then like I got glasses, but I didn't want the glasses, but then like she had them. So it was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then she had a freaking bionator. Sorry to call you out. Do you know what that is?
Wait, is that like what the girl in what's the show?
Finding Nemo?
Yes.
I think so.
It's like,
well, I don't think she had to wear, no, she didn't have to wear headgear. It's literally like that. I don't know what it does. It looks like that. She always had, she had that for a long time.
That's like crazy.
Expand your palate.
Does it give you a lisp?
Girl, I have videos of that woman with this shit in her mouth, and it was so crazy. And I remember being like, going to the orthodontist and being like, can I get one?
Dude, that's hilarious.
Like, be fucking for real. Why do you want that at all?
No, but I was like, oh my God, I would put rubber bands around my teeth. Like, around my teeth.
That's crazy.
Like, right here in my front teeth.
For like, why?
I need them. The dentist
This is
said,
for braces.
I need the rubber bands to make my teeth closer together because I got a gap in my teeth.
Dead.
I don't know. So many things.
When I had braces, I never needed like the rubber bands, but I would take my friend's rubber bands and put them on my braces. Oh my God,
I wanted that so bad. Like,
yeah, same.
That's why I did it. They were so cool. Like,
no idea.
You have big ass rubber bands, like keeping your mouth from opening.
I thought it was so cool. I probably ruined my progress. Like, I probably fucked something up. My orthodontist was probably like,
what the hell is happening here?
I never told him.
And don't they have to put like certain things to make the rubber bands stay? I had the
little spikes.
Oh, you did? Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
And I had to have like, I hated my braces because I had to have the chain rubber band instead of like the single on each tooth.
Yeah,
it was,
I know
like,
what you're talking about.
Connected all the teeth. It was so ugh. I was like, can't I get like cute like, why do I have to have the ugly braces?
That's crazy.
Whatever. Anyway.
Being a little kid is wild.
It's so weird. It's like, why do you want to be like a dork?
Like, yes. I wanted to look the dorkiest I possibly could.
This is so short. Okay. All right. The next one is I paid rent in cash and then re-stole the money from my landlady. I have felt horrible about this for years. When I graduated from college, I rented a room in a lady's house. Several other rooms were rented out to different people, but she also lived there. She always asked for cash, so that's how I paid. I had no idea how to budget and was horrible with money. Eventually, I couldn't afford rent and other expenses. I realized she put my rent cash in her purse, and she usually left the purse on the stairs leading into her room. I started sneaking the rent money back out of her purse when I needed cash. I tried to replace it if I could, but there were times I wasn't able to. She never said anything or asked any of us if we had taken any money from her. I only ended up living there for a few months before moving again of my own choice. I've always felt bad and wondered if she ever knew I was doing that. Edit, I just wanted to say thank you for the response on this. I'm a longtime lurker. I've posted this story for months, so the awards and kind comments really mean a lot. After reading some comments about making sure I don't get into legal trouble, I'm planning on maybe giving her a gift card and nice note thanking her for letting me stay there. I put this in the comment below, but I'll say it here too and cross my fingers no one thinks I'm justifying myself. I did take money, but if it was a large sum, I generally replaced it. I don't calculate more than $150 to $200 being taken and not given back, and that's being on the generous side. It was years ago though, and I can't remember exactly how much I took. I really enjoyed reading everyone's comments and appreciate your input.
You're planning on giving her a gift card and a nice note for letting her stay there? You still know this girl? You said it was years ago. What are you gonna say?
Hey girl, it's been 25 years, but here's a gift card.
Go. What the hell?
I was expecting that based off the title to be better.
Man, so the top comment says, man, if you still know you can find her and are in a better place, stick her a check of like $500. I ain't giving $500.
Fuck no.
Girl, what do you mean?
I ain't giving nobody nothing. And I'll steal it again.
Maybe if I'm rich, I'll give her $500. But I don't think this girl's probably in a place to be handing out $500. I'll donate $500 to a child's fund, to a children's house or something. Like, what the hell, son?
10 years ago?
No.
Is that what it says?
I don't know. But that's crazy. Like, what?
And you only lived there for a few months. This lady is not going to remember you.
Did she, what? Was it a room that she lived in?
A room, yeah, in someone's house. For like a couple months.
That's just crazy. And you're thinking around $150 to $200, but they're saying you need to give her $500?
No. Absolutely not.
$500? That's crazy.
That's
Maybe that was before she made the edit and said it was only like $150 to $200.
Yeah.
Because she did make it sound like she was kind of taking
all of it back.
Yeah, like,
which even if she did, fuck, if that lady never noticed,
how did she never notice?
Probably because it was like $20.
Yeah, how much rent did she pay?
She probably paid like $400 in rent and like went back in and took 40 out.
Honestly,
or 100 out.
Probably less than that, because like I wonder where she lived. Because when
That's
I was
true.
in high school, like 2012 to 2016, our rent for a 2-bed 2-bath was $650
in Iowa.
Yeah, but she probably lives in fucking Michigan.
I lived in Orlando in the same years, and my rent for a 2-bedroom 2-bath was $1,750.
That's not even how much
on the first floor.
That's not even how much my rent was my first year of college. A 2-bed 2-bath was.
Okay, wait, maybe it was $1,450. It was $1,450 because I paid $725. So yeah.
Okay.
But still,
that's
better. Over double what you paid in Iowa.
Yeah, well, but I doubt this girl is living somewhere luxe.
Well, when I lived in Orlando, I rented a room and it was $500 for the room.
Yeah, when I lived my whole college years, I paid $450.
What the fucky?
Because the first year after we moved out of the dorms, me and 3 friends lived in a 2-bed 2-bath, so we shared rooms. Wow. We always shared rooms mostly until my junior and senior year when I moved into a condo, and then I had my own room. But I still paid $450 because it was a 4-bedroom, and it was cheap for in City Place.
That's crazy. City Place?
I mean,
off of
City Side.
Yeah.
The condos where your friend lived in or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cheap. It was But
they're like privately owned, right?
Yeah, they're privately owned. Yeah. We had a 4-bed, and the first year we lived there, the bottom room, which was like a bed with a bathroom, was $550, and then the master was $600, and then the 2 tiny rooms that shared a bathroom were both $450. So however much that is.
Slay.
Which isn't
Somebody
that
add it
much.
up and let
Like,
us know.
It's not that much.
Well, it's not that much when you have 4 fucking people living somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And it was big, like so much space, so that it really wasn't bad living with roommates in a place that big
You
with
said
that much square.
650 plus 550 plus 450
Plus
and
450 again, yeah.
2100.
2100 for a
4
bedroom
is not bad. That's basically what I pay for a 2-bedroom right now.
We pay more than that. That's
Here?
crazy. Our rent is base to 2,400, and then add on about $7 million for fucking pest control, blocks, trash, literally cable that we don't fucking use and don't want.
Oh my god, you have cable?
Yes.
Connect it.
We have it connected.
Girl, you don't use. I'll be watching cable all day, soap operas and shit.
I'll be watching Handmaids too.
I know, girl.
I mean, there's so much stuff on streaming. Like, what am I gonna watch? I mean, I do like cable because I like feeling nostalgic and stuff.
I just I miss cable for like news, which I don't really want to watch. But like, if there's something going on, like even on like a red carpet, you don't like those either. But I love to have access to that for free, and then also the weather.
Like what I'll watch on cable is like Saturday morning cartoons or SVU, Law and Order, because they always have Law and Order on.
What about the History Channel?
Fuck no, I want PBS Kids. Clifford.
I've been defunded, girl.
I know, what the hell, actually.
Sad.
But they're not the same cartoons anymore.
No, of course they're not.
They're so bad.
I can't wait for hurricanes.
I'm making my kids. I know, same.
I saw our pictures. But not. I saw our pictures from our last hurricane event when we just got drunk on my couch during the middle of the hurricane.
Oh my god.
That was crazy of us. In the middle of the day.
And there was a tornado right by us.
And we were like, what? It's a tornado.
Dude, that was crazy.
Who cares about it? We're drunk.
That was fun though.
I know. But now I know you got the news, so I'll be coming over here for the hurricanes.
Yeah, you can come over here, girl. We'll have...
Because our boyfriend's always got to work.
I know. It'd be nice if we had like a split screen, though, so we could watch the news and then something fun on the other side. Because I don't really like watching the news, just the news.
We could just put it on our computers.
That's true.
Or our phones.
Yeah.
We don't need to have it on all the day.
All the day.
All the day long.
Okay, the title of the next story is... I lied about seeing a bear to get into the newspaper. This happened 4 years ago, and my memory isn't the best. Plus, this is my first post. So, yeah. So, for some background, I'm 14 male and live in a small village around 2,000 people. And from when we started to around 12 years old, we would go to the forest near us to play. There were a main camp with a wind shelter and a fireplace where the teachers were. When I was around 10, we went there with our class and we went in to play. After around an hour, a group of kids came running from a more remote part of the forest saying they saw a bear. No, brown bears live in our region, but I've never heard of one this close to the main village. We believed them and kept playing. When we were going to pack up, me and my friend remembered that we forgot our jackets at the base. We went back and got them, and when we started walking back to the camp, when we started talking about the bear, he proposed that we should scream and pretend that we saw it. So we did. We screamed and ran back saying that we saw the bear. No one really questioned us, and we just went back to school. When I got home, I told my mom what happened, the lie, not the truth, and she said I should call the local newspaper to tell them, and so I did. The reporter asked questions, and I answered. When we were finished, he talked to my mom, and she said that I would never lie and that I was the truth himself. It got published with a picture of me, and for 1 or 2 years after, people would ask me if I was the one that saw the bear. The friend I was with hasn't said anything, but one of the kids who originally claimed they saw the bear said they never saw it. It's luckily never been brought up since then. I just wanted to get this off my chest and get some unbiased opinions. Sorry for the long post. Not the original claim saying they lied, so that means you lied. That's so embarrassing.
That is so embarrassing.
I'd be so embarrassed, but you're 14, so it's fine.
But also, like, the original people lying, you guys could have still saw a bear.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And been like, oh my God, that was a bear you guys saw. And they were like, what? There really was a
didn't see
bear.
But wait, he was 12 or 10? He was 10.
When I was around 10, yeah.
Yeah, I was
and
lying about that stuff too. I was lying about everything.
And then it says from when we started to around 12. So they don't play there anymore at the forest near wherever they were.
I'm so glad I don't have anything scary growing up. Like, no animals were scary in my town, ever.
I mean, I was just scared of sharks.
We had deer, squirrels, chipmunks. Like, we didn't really have anything scary. You don't have
bears there?
In, like...
Or like a wolf?
Maybe in, like, northern Iowa. But I don't think so.
I'm dying to go to Iowa.
Really?
I'm, like, dying to go.
Are you actually?
Can we go? Should we?
Yeah, but like, there's.
I want to go to like Oklahoma, Kansas.
I mean,
I don't know why.
Yeah, for what? Like, what do you want to do there?
Just
what do you
see.
What are your expectations?
Just see it.
Just see.
I just want to look. Imagine I fly all the way there and I'm like, well, that was nice.
Yeah,
but
it's really nothing.
I want to just like see what it's like to be like. When I went to Wisconsin, when I was in Milwaukee, it was just like so different. I was like, wow, like these people are different than where I'm from.
Were they nice?
Yeah,
like
they were nice. It was just like such a different vibe and world to me.
You didn't like it?
I didn't. No, I liked it. It was fine. It was just like so interesting to like go somewhere where their like culture is like cheese curds and cheese and beer. It's like, wow, my culture is like alligators and crackheads.
Yeah,
you know?
Our culture was like corn.
Right. I want to go. I want to just know. I want to go to Kansas or wherever. What, like Wichita. I want to go to Wichita. Is that how you say it? Wichita?
I think it's Wichita.
Wichita, Kansas, and just go to Chili's.
Really?
And see what's the vibe there. Like, how is Chili's different in Kansas?
It's the same. I went to Chili's in Iowa when I was in high school.
I want to go, like, to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and just see what's going on out there.
That's probably, like, a lot of country
doesn't
bumpkins.
That, like, make you curious? Aren't you curious what it's like in Oklahoma City a little?
I've probably been to Oklahoma. I've been to, like, everywhere in the Midwest, pretty much.
That's so crazy. You've been to South Dakota?
I stayed in either North or South Dakota.
Wow.
For one night because our plane got delayed.
See, like, I've never been to, like, Arkansas. Well, yeah, no, I've never been to Arkansas, Kentucky.
Well, we can go. My mom lives there now. So
Indiana. Oh, I will never be caught dead in Ohio.
My aunt lives in Kentucky. My mom lives in Arkansas.
I feel like Arkansas cannot be that much different than Louisiana.
I think.
Or Mississippi, right?
I don't know. All I know is that the town my mom lives in Arkansas is just very desolate.
See, I would like to go. Like when we went to Idaho and Montana, I was not expecting it to be, and like Wyoming,
okay,
it was so different.
Was it pretty? There's mountains.
No, it wasn't even about it being pretty. Just like driving around, I was like, wow, like where's Target? Like, how do they get groceries here? Can you get Amazon delivered? Like, it was so weird.
What are you acting like you're in fucking Amazon?
It was crazy.
Forest.
It was.
You're acting like you're in the middle of an island which no one has access to.
That's what it was.
Island.
That's what it was like.
Where were you in like a tiny little town?
Yes. And there was like nobody there at all, and we would go to restaurants and it would just be so empty, and it was so weird. We were like, hello, is anyone here?
See, that's not how it is like in my town.
Well, I'm trying to find out. I want to just explore the world and see what's going on. Especially America is so, it's crazy how unknown it is for me.
Yeah, I've
only been to like California,
I wanna go
Arizona,
on more trips.
Nevada, I've never even been to Utah. I've been to Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, all the way up the East Coast. But that's it. I've never been to West Virginia.
Have you been in New Orleans?
Yeah.
Me and Jack are going to go soon.
That's really fun. I went there. I was only 20.
It's really, we were looking up tickets
scary.
And hotels, and it's really cheap.
It's dangerous. Be careful.
Like on the
like
actual
I feel
road?
like tourists are kind of like on the busy road. Bourbon Street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dangerous?
Not dangerous, but it's like you're they know you're a tourist, so they try to take advantage of you.
Really?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I think.
I'm gonna buy like a voodoo doll.
Before
No,
or after?
there.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's like
yeah.
it's like
I got my
known
palm read
for
there.
like the
And you have
psychic
to go
stuff.
get the Cafe du Monde. What are those called? The little
don't know.
fried dough.
Oh, I
What
don't
the
know.
fuck are those called? They had them in Mormon Wives when they went to New Orleans.
Beignet.
Yeah.
Ooh, beignets are good.
You gotta go to Cafe du Monde.
Beignet. I feel like that's like a French thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Louisiana is French.
What?
Like New Orleans?
New Orleans is
Creole
French?
is like French.
Creole. Who's Creole?
Isn't that the accent? Cajun.
Cajun is French? Girl, I don't know what we're talking about. Canada is French. What?
A dialect of French spoken by Acadians who are descendants of French Canadians who settled in Acadia, later migrated to Louisiana.
That's cool. See, I know nothing about the world. Ever.
I can't believe I knew something and I was right about it.
That's
Except
crazy.
I did say Creole. I don't think that's... And also, the spelling of Cajun is crazy.
Isn't that what the lightning bug from Princess
Yeah.
and the Frogs?
Yeah, that's
Cajun?
why the French frog was like, your accent is very weird.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense
I
now.
didn't put that together.
I just did. Oh, Creole is not the same.
At all.
Nor. Oh,
It's
wait.
in Louisiana.
Louisiana Creole people. That's a crazy title.
What is it?
Is it the same?
Wait, the term Creole was originally used by French Creoles to... Am I
This-
saying that right? Creole. Now it sounds like it's not a word anymore. When you say a word too much and it's
Oh,
not a
although
word
terms
anymore.
Cajun and Creole today are often seen as separate identities, Cajuns have historically been known as Creoles.
Wow.
You guys, I am onto something here.
No, we cannot be on anything.
I can't believe I knew something and it was correct. That's unheard of.
Okay, that's interesting.
Wow.
I didn't know that, like, at all.
Do you want to know the sad reason why I know that is because of Gypsy Rose's dad's accent.
He's
They're from
Asian?
Yeah. His accent is crazy. Have you heard him talk?
No, I've never heard
Holy
him talk.
hell.
That's crazy. That's so cool because whenever I think of French people, I just think of like, what
Oui, oui.
oui, oui.
Yeah, no. They be
That's
down there.
all I know.
Gypsy Rose dad talking.
What else is something in French that you can say?
Bonjour.
Yeah, is that French?
Yeah, girl, what?
Oh, I don't know. I thought that was like I don't know, Italian.
That's buongiorno.
Oh, that's close.
They've been staying in a hotel for a week, so none of that stuff is true. I'm home. I've been home. I've never left Christie.
Sounds kind of like English too, like UK.
It's hard to hear it in that video, but I feel like if you watch any of the documentaries, it comes out a lot.
It
and
sounds like country mixed with UK mixed with so many things.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try to do it because it's not going to happen for me.
No, it's never gonna happen. I'm not good at accents at all.
Did you see the Gambit? This is Creole.
I've been waiting for this.
Yes,
I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys walk away from this.
I loved him in this movie.
Yeah.
He was
That
funny as
is
hell in that
Cajun.
movie.
I know he was.
Ooh,
He's
better
going to
make a
be in the
name for
new
myself, yeah.
one. He's going to be in Doomsday.
What's Doomsday?
Marvel Doomsday? The movie coming out? Movie. We've gone off topic. This with Doom, Doctor Doom, everyone's talking about it.
Who's Doctor Doom?
What do you
Is this
mean?
a new character?
New character unlocked.
Ugh.
It's gonna be Robert Downey Jr. is playing him.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Okay, I knew that.
And everybody's gonna be in it. The
But
new Fantastic Four movie's coming out, and they're all gonna be in it. And
But
then
isn't
all
everyone
the
mad
people-
because like why are they having him play when he's dead?
the whole thing is that Doom, whatever his name is, Doctor Doom's name is a
He's dead.
no.
Are they gonna tie it back to him being Iron Man?
Yeah, he's
Oh.
like a he's like a what is it? He's like a variant of
Iron Man.
what's Iron Man's name? Like real name, Tony Stark.
Oh.
He's like a variant of Tony Stark, I think.
Like in a different universe.
but in like a different timeline. So then he's gonna come and everyone's gonna be like, Tony, girl, what the hell? At least that's what I hope happens.
Same. If they don't,
I think
if they didn't, that'd
if
be
they
weird.
don't do that, I'll be scared. Because what do you mean?
Yeah, that'd be weird.
But like everybody's gonna be in it. The Lawrence Pugh,
Yes,
Pedro Pascal,
Pedro.
Robert Downey, James Martin,
I love
Alan
Pedro.
Cummings, Haley Steinfeld, who was very good in Sinners.
Wait, you saw that?
We saw it last week.
She was really good.
That was a good movie.
I said the same thing. I was like, wait, she was so good.
I didn't know she was
I'm
so good.
jealous.
She also looked so good, girl.
She's hot. And I had a dream the other day, 2 nights ago, that I was watching myself act in a movie, and I was really good.
You are. She wants to be an actress.
I've never acted
So
a day
bad.
in my life. Not even
You
alone
should-
in my room, girl.
You should post an audition video for
Actually,
the Hunger Games.
I was the orphan. I was an orphan in Annie in the play.
You were the Annie the orphan?
No, I was an orphan. Just like a
Oh,
like,
you were an orphan, just a side character.
Yeah, just one of the orphans.
How old were you? The loaded.
Well,
she was
this is
3.
the thing. I was in 5th grade, but my music teacher picked me out of the class to audition for the high school play.
Because they needed a kid.
They needed kids, yes, but they didn't pick. They only picked people they thought was gonna be good. So she picked me.
I was in the
Because
play 2 years
I
in a
actually
row.
was. I had a like. I feel like I had a little voice or something. So I was like good at singing when I was little, and I would do the talent show and sing every year.
Whoa.
And guess what?
That's brave.
I
What?
sang a Christian song every year.
My God is a hope.
I
What is that song?
really really Christian songs.
Wow.
Like pop, like the pop songs though.
Oh.
Worship music.
I've never even heard of worship music
What?
on purpose.
Oh.
I've never like pressed play on it. It's always been against my will. Oh, unless I was at church, but is that worship music when you're like at Catholic church
You're
and you have to
doing
sing?
hymns.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, that's not worship
Christian
music.
pop.
No, girl. It's actually good. Christian pop music can be good. Some of it.
I'm sure it is good.
Okay.
Well, we debriefed.
I don't really know how we got to that, but we always do something.
I don't know
crazy.
how we even started talking about.
And you've been like half out of the frame the whole time.
I know. I've been trying to keep leaning.
I keep trying to move in closer because I think that it's me because you're on my side.
I know, but my butt is all the way over here.
Okay, bye.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
See
out.
ya.
8 down.